Let's now take a look at recruitment, and I want to look at this on two fronts. I want to look at this on both the unemployment rising front and what's likely to happen at the end of lockdowns. And I want businesses to think about this as a real opportunity, because you can see last year you had the lockdown period when it went from 5.2% unemployment up to 7.5, and probably would have went a lot higher but for JobKeeper. And I think we'll see the same again in this situation. We will inevitably see job losses, and we will see the unemployment rate rise in the coming weeks. But what you can very clearly see, that as soon as the economy steadies itself, that unemployment rate will come crashing down very, very quickly. It got to 4.9%, I believe it was at the end of June of 2021. So that's very important for businesses to remember, because what we'll look at next is, have a look at this graph. This is the job vacancies total and in the private sector in hundreds of thousands. So you've got here job vacancies of 350,000 in total, about 325-ish in the private sector. So, and you can look at that compared to previous years. Look at this in May 13, 14, 15, 16. This is way before any coronavirus. Have a look at the vacancies. So these are the jobs that basically people are looking to fill. And what this is telling us is that there's so many jobs at the moment that can't be filled. So, if you want to listen to the rhetoric, there's not enough jobs to go around for people. Well, there's never been a better time to be looking for a job immediately prior to this lockdown. Yes, there will be a little bit of easing now. There will be a few people out of work, and that will happen. But we expect this situation to be certainly temporary. And I think what we're going to see as well is this concept of industry migration. I'll just get onto that a bit more in the next slide. So 4.9% unemployment. These were the figures leading up to the New South Wales lockdown. And yes, that figure will go up. There was very limited talent available in the marketplace. Now, what I would say to businesses is, if you are putting the big pause button on everything and waiting until the end of lockdown to go ahead and recruit, I would say to you that if you've got a stable business and things for you are tracking okay at the moment and you are still able to trade, I would say waiting until the end of lockdown to recruit is a bad strategy. I think that every man and their dog will be recruiting at the end of the lockdown. So if you want to position your business as having a strong brand, and if you can see in the next 12 to 18 months that you are going to require more people in your business, assuming this is going to be a 6 to 8 week lockdown or less, then you should really be looking at recruiting now. And it's an opportunity to get ahead of the pack. It's an opportunity to position your brand as strong. Because if you're recruiting in the middle of a lockdown, that's telling employees and that's telling prospective candidates that your brand is not blowing in the wind, waiting for another lockdown to affect it and to change everything. We've got two types of decision makers in this market. You've got your reactive decision makers that, sure, have to make some decisions to accommodate for the news of the day, but still maintain a medium-term vision on what resources and what employees they need. And then you've got your other thinkers that are looking at, okay, this is a great opportunity for us to go ahead and really look at, okay, can we get some good talent now in the marketplace that might be temporarily available in these in this short-term, if we like, talent reprieve. So I think as well, targeting some of these recruitment efforts to look at the industries affected for talent is going to be another interesting concept. And I call this, again, industry migration. I expect more people will leave some of those affected industries, like your hospitalities and like some of your other industries, and there's an opportunity for them to be picked up by other employers. So certainly something to be conscious of in the coming weeks ahead, and sooner rather than later would be my advice to businesses. Well, thanks very much, everyone, for listening into this. I hope you've enjoyed today's session. I would certainly encourage you to get in touch with On Demand HR if you've got any further questions about any of the concepts that we've spoken about today. In particular, those who are looking to be proactive on the recruitment front, this is a great opportunity to use our company branded recruitment campaign service to get ahead of the pack and to position your brand strongly Obviously, with a lot of agency situations, you won't be able to advertise your company brand. So this is a great example of positioning your company brand forward in a company branded recruitment campaign. And that's a service we offer here at On Demand HR. So, look, thanks very much for your time. Hope you enjoyed the listening, and we look forward to speaking to you again soon.